12-foot statue.
That supports the modern bridge far away from here, so the one that we crossed the other day. Then you can see along the river, not only the harbor, but you can see the oldest districts of Lisbon, so very long town, but very narrow, because not far from the river, at the top of the hills, at the back, you can see already.
The
From the religious point of view, it is the cathedral, it is the main Christian church of the town, but not as beautiful as the other two we saw the other day, Jeronimo's Monastery, or even St. Roch's Church, while we were walking around after taking the cable car. But I mean, you can always take a look inside if you want. A church and a fortress at the same time. Okay? So we are going to start walking down. You are going to see that some of the buildings were already restored. All these are private properties. This is not restored, but it's not in bad shape, but some of them are falling apart. So you will tell the difference, you will know the difference. Those that are restored, they are... Some is the name of Arab origin. All the names that start by A-L, and it means a place with water. Because underneath, there's a lot of water, so natural springs, and all over, fresh water. Fresh water. And there were fountains all over where people could get the water, and some of them, they still exist. But nowadays they have running water at home.
Well, I love music. I love music. But I have a it's open.
That's what it's called? The House of the Pointed Stones? That's the name?
The one with the points, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like diamonds. Not this one, the other one that we saw.
The one we passed on the other side.
This is an apartment over the archway coming up the stairs to this section of town. Describing a 7-story building with no elevators, lived in by senior citizens.
And they only go when they pass away.
It's under construction. They'll move them back here.
For 1,000. That makes a difference, okay? Which is the average national wage. So that makes a difference. So the young people cannot come here anyway. We have at the upper floors, because they have a nice view over the area and the river. We have there.
There's a dog sitting in the window above a door, checking out people on the street here. He's having a good old time. What about it, doggy? This is the name of the section that we're in, this Alfama, Ciudad Amar. There's a colorful bathrobe hanging on a line here in the morning.
Over your pajama.
In Lisboa.
Because of the girls I have 3, but most of the people have 1.
Alfama, the place of love.
And the electricity is buildings. Built on the side of the former ones of the 12th or 13th. That's why the streets are narrow, because in those days, for reasons of defense, the streets were always very narrow. Let's imagine the Christians trying to invade here the Moorish quarter. Okay, it would be much easier to kill them while they were passing on these narrow streets. Okay? Of Lisbon, from Richard Zimler, because that explains about the first persecutions of the Jewish in Lisbon, right here where we are right now. And when you read the book, you can close your eyes and say, okay, I saw those narrow streets while they were jumping from roof to roof, and the Dominican monks down here persecuting them. Okay, so when you read the book after being here, I think it's much more interesting, because then you can say, okay, I was there.
Okay, we're on Rocio Square. This is the heart of downtown. We'll be cashing money across the street here in a minute. Now we're going to have a drink in a tavern. Chestnuts roasting by an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Okay, we're going to have some Angina? Agigina? Yeah, with a plastic thing. This is a cherry drink. We bought some yesterday in little bottles at the winery. The cherries are in there. This guy just took a big slug. Here's the glasses here.
Okay.
Focus got hers.
I wasn't kidding. Okay, Thomas, wait a minute.
How do you like it, Paul?
It must be like 3 euros for something.
That is Mr. Gulbenkian
right there. So there's a taxi. They have a beige color, like the one on the left.
And behind him is the
Okay.
museum.
And the old ones, you still find a few
can't take
that
the camera in
are
there, but
black with the green roof, which was a typical color, and they were good because we could recognize them immediately.
there's a bronze cat from 664 BC. Ancient woman from the United States, 1943. Greek gold coins. A little panning here. There's Art Deco? Greco?
No, Greco. Greco-Roman.
Is that Alexander the Great there? Larger medallions here from the 3rd century. Eastern, it looks like Japanese tile work here. Very similar to some of our China porcelain from Tokyo days. This Folka's Ottoman Empire. She was going to buy this and take it home, put it on our dining room floor. Redo our dining room, she says. Look at this China collection here. This goes on and on. These huge bowls, flower pots. Okay, this is Rembrandt's Old Man. Look at the work here, huh? Look at the detail of Rembrandt, ladies and gentlemen. Figura di Velo, Portrait of an Old Man, by Harmen van Rijn, Rembrandt, 1645. And the detail on his hands is amazing. The veins that he did. By Reuben's Lady. And now you'll know why in a moment. My favorite painter, gentlemen. Love of my life.
Not that.
The Centaurs Embracing by Peter Paul Rubens in 1635. This is a Van Dyck, Flemish painter. One of my favorites. The Rubens. This is another Rembrandt. It's titled Athena with a question mark. Not sure when this was done. A peacock and a cock fighting. Unusual subject matter. By a Dutch painter. There's a Chinese celadon vase. 18th century. Not that old, but beautifully done. With Marky Boy. It's been a while since he was that small, wasn't he? A cute little kid. Little fat cheekies, folk is reminded. His fat arms. This is Edward Monet, 1867. Very famous painting of boy blowing bubbles. Lalique. There's a whole room full of Lalique stuff here. How would you describe this whole collection, this room of Lalique that nobody knew about? Tremendous artist.
I don't know how I would describe it, to be honest.
And Gulbenkian bought everything he made before it was available to the public. This is like one of these movies, a butterfly lady. Snake piece of jewelry. Where did you wear this? Was it a pin or what? Or just artwork? Unbelievable work. Hair comb. Obviously you can tell what this one was. Beautiful work. Got a whole collection of hair combs in this case. It must have about 20 of them. That's beautiful. It's a Medusa paperweight.
There's two, I think.
Both?
And then the third one.
This is without a doubt a fine museum. Gulbenkian. And look at these characters. Jennifer, look at that little animal there. Of the yellow line.